Today's show, we're going to talk about hoarding cases, and again, this show we like to just cover a lot of different things that are involved in rescue. And one of the other things that's come up recently that I've seen with friends and other people in rescue is rescue fatigue, and what happens when you have someone who does animal rescue, and literally, I mean, you not only are physically exhausted, but emotionally, and you see a different side to people that that's disheartening. You know, you see these stories and you see animals being mistreated, not just relinquished to the shelters, but in this particular case, these two that I brought in are neurological, but it was a hoarding case of over 40 dogs. And so, I mean, they were hoarders. They were living in horrific conditions. And then, you know, you pull them out and you see these dogs and how special they are, but it really takes its toll on you emotionally when, you know, like everything that you have to go through to help these dogs get to where they can then be adopted. And this is something, I mean, this is a real situation in animal rescue, and we come across these things, and just how do we deal with that? How do we deal with the emotions of that when we see a dark side to humanity or a lack of humanity? And so we're gonna talk about you know, this hoarding case and these special guys and the importance of fosters, because we do have 4 neurological dogs that came out of this hoarding case that we are desperately looking for fosters for, and it does take a special person to be able to foster I mean, it's a special needs dog, and it does take a special person to be able to help with that. And in our next segment, I'll bring them out. And so if you do want to take a look at them and, you know, and just see them and how special they are and how deserving of love they are, you can check us out on just crn.com, or we're on there live. Just click on the live link, and then you'll be able to meet a couple of the neurological kids that we brought from the hoarding case. And there's also a few things that we have posted on Rescue Radio's Facebook page, and so you could check that out. But a couple more issues we're going to talk about today are what do you think about tattooing? Because that's an issue that's coming up. People are tattooing their pets, and what your opinion is on that. So those are just a few of the subjects we're going to cover today. And we look forward to discussing it all with you. You are listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. I'm your host, Christina Hackett, and I have on the line with me Linda Memolo. She is from Washington State. She's an animal advocate, volunteer, and networker. So welcome to the program, Linda. And I don't know if you heard the intro, but I know we discussed it briefly before the show, we've talked many times about this hoarding case. And there was one aspect, I just talked about the specific hoarding case. I didn't go into the more disturbing aspect of it, which is that this particular monster was sexually abusing these dogs as well, and they're little terriers. And so that turns them into a monster, in my opinion. And so I don't want to go into all the nasty. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, excuse me, one of those things that just, I mean, it's difficult enough if you're mistreating a dog.
Well, things that if you didn't believe in the death penalty, you would believe in it after that. Let's just put it that way.
There's a special place in hell for those people. I do believe. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty horrific when you think about it. And these, I know we've talked about it before. I mean, there's situations with bestiality that are just unbelievable. I mean, it's just hard to even comprehend that that's a possibility and that's out there. And I know we've talked about bigger dogs, but these are little dogs, and just the whole idea of it, and they're just the sweetest little things. And
and again, if people are animal advocates, they should check with their state, because like I said, even in Washington, there is no law against bestiality in our state. Even though we have laws against animal cruelty, I mean, because no one ever probably thought about it, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we should put these laws on the books. You know, you can't have sex with animals or whatever. But there's no law there. So, I mean, they can get in trouble for animal cruelty, but the worst fact is, like we talked about too, it's like, people just don't deserve to be part of society. They just don't. I mean, one of the guys we busted here recently, I think they said they only stop at the birds and cats. Otherwise, they're fine with everything else. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, it does.
Go away now,
it makes it extremely difficult. I know, and that goes into another subject that that I mentioned that we were going to talk about. As an animal rescuer, when you see this kind of thing, I mean, most people don't see this type of thing in their everyday life. It's not something that they run across. It's not, they don't hear about it. They don't know that it's happening. And it very well could be, their neighbor. And so as an animal rescuer, when you hear about a case like this, and I mean, in this particular case, there was a number of rescues that really pulled together to help to get these dogs out and to save them. And so it was a group rescue effort. It wasn't just Animal Foundation of America. We were just assisting other rescues that were doing amazing things. But I talked about rescue fatigue, and this is a case that we see as people that do animal rescue. We see cases like this and what that does to us emotionally. And where
cases like that, and also exemplified with all the other cases you see. And, it's every single day, 24 hours a day, 10 o'clock at night, 5 in the morning, and you can't just say no, right? So it's kind of like we talked about earlier, fatigue, and then on top of fatigue.
Oh, exactly. And then, because I say, well, you know what, I need to refocus, and I need to concentrate on some certain things, and I'm not, I'm going to back away from the shelters, or I'm going to back away from pulling dogs for a little while until I could get everyone situated that I currently have in my rescue. And then there's a call, then there's a hoarding case, and these terriers and poodles and schnauzers are being sexually abused, and they're being kept in a house that has actually since been condemned by the health department, because this particular individual had 13 dogs that he didn't want to give away, or he wasn't willing to give up because they were his 13th favorite. And so then we had to use alternative methods, because when animal control was called and they came out, the dogs were hidden. And so they couldn't just go in without probable cause, and they didn't have it. We didn't have any evidence to what was going on in there. And so then, the alternative routes were taken, and the health department was called. And so that's how we were able to get the remaining dogs out of the house. But exactly. And so but you get a call like that, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do? I was backing off. It's like I was cutting back. I was refocusing. I was, working on. I wanted to work on changing the laws, like you said, in Washington State, or I wanted to, work on getting, different rescues and systems in place, and that's what I wanted to do. But then, you have these dogs, and if you saw their conditions, I mean, they were so matted. And, I mean, it was just, they had infections, and one of them had an eye that was it's like there's all these medical conditions that go with it as well to these neglected dogs. And the time and energy and everything that you have to do just to make them available for adoption later. I mean, you not only...
Which some of them are probably scarred for, what was happening to them psychologically. It's going to be hard, placing them in the right home to get the help they need. And
it takes a long time because some of them are so skittish. They're afraid of men. If a man comes near them, then they go to the back and they're shaking. And so, the first thing you do, you bring them in, we vaccinate, of course. It's a matter of, any dog you bring into the rescue, you have to make sure they're vaccinated. So we vaccinate. Then after we vaccinate it, then literally, I spent days just shaving them down. And because they were so matted, it's so much work to get that done. And then from there, it's like, then you have to get them spayed and neutered. And then
also checked out for STDs, because I've read somewhere recently where they were getting STDs. And sickening, I know, but they have.
Well, I have seen that situation where dogs have contracted human STDs, and there's not a, it's not the same as a human. There's not medications that are just readily available for dogs or animals that have human STDs. I mean, it's not something that's supposed to happen. And and then you have to find a foster. You have to find fosters for these dogs because, and someone who can take the time and have the patience to help them, get ready for a home. And, I mean, I've had dogs that sometimes, in a few weeks, they bounce back and they're thankful for the help. But I've also had dogs sometimes, where it's taken a year before that dog can trust again. And that takes a great foster. I mean, that takes a dedicated foster. And, usually they foster fail after that point, which we count on quite a bit. But this is one of those cases. And so as an animal rescue, it goes back into the fatigue, not just physical, but emotional and where you're going to next. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as soon as we return from commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you have severe knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. Finally, there's a way to reduce your pain without surgery or taking medications. Call us today and learn how you can qualify to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll even ship your brace for free. If you have excruciating knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving, nearly invisible knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used one, they're comfortable, and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise, we're here to take your call. Thank you.
800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. That's 800-290-0759.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. I'm your host, Christina Hackett, and I have on the line with me Linda Mimolo, who's an animal advocate, volunteer, and networker from Washington State. And so if you are watching us on CRN Live, you can watch the program. You can hear the little ones. They're in studio now. I picked up one of the girls, and so the other one wants my attention. So you can hear her echoing in the background. I'll get her taken care of in just a second. But if you are watching on CRN Live, I've got one of the little neurological babes. So this precious little girl, sweet as can be, total cuddle bug. She's one of the hoarding case, and so this little baby she is looking for a foster home. She's neurological, or she's looking for her forever home. Someone else has lots to say over there, but
sounds like you better pick her up a little bit, huh?
I know. My poor audio guy, he's going crazy over here just because, all of the extra noise that she can make in the background. So this little babe is one from the hoarding case. So if you are watching on crnlive.com, you can see a video of this precious little girl. And she is calm when she's in my arms. I mean, she's very sweet. She is neurological, so sometimes she goes into, she could just go into a spin. And so right now I do have them in an area where if that does happen, they're able to, I have padded flooring and I put pillows around their space, and they're actually in the hoarding case. They kept them in crates. And so a lot of times they feel more comfortable in the crates, which is very, it's sad in and of itself that a dog is, they're used to just being in crates. So this precious little babe is looking for a foster home or a forever home. And so there are 4 of them from this particular case. But when you see these, and I keep going back to the rescue fatigue just because, the other day I was so tired and just worn out, and one of the dogs, and I was like, I'm a good person. Can't I catch a break where, because just the barking, and sometimes, to be honest with you, it's very difficult. It's hard to maintain who you are when you see so much just injustice to animals. And you turn it, I'm like, man, I'm turning into an angry person. I don't want to be this person, where it's just like I'm over people, and I'm over people mistreating dogs and abandoning their dogs, and just neglecting them and mistreating them and giving up on them, so you see these seniors in the shelters and you see, they're like, oh, well, she got pregnant. And so they dump pregnant moms in the shelters. It's like, well, why didn't you spay or neuter them? Or why didn't you spay her? Or if you've got a male in the house, why didn't you neuter him? Do
at least one of them, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that even if you just spay the females or neuter the males, I mean, it makes life a lot more simpler.
Well,
really
and then they say things like, well, I don't know how this happened.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you just look at people sometimes and you just think, really, I just want to punch you in the face. Like, you don't know how this happened. You're abandoning your pregnant female and you don't know how it happened. I mean, it's the basic birds and the bees story. I mean,
well, it's actually worse than the basic birds and the bees because when I was a dumb kid at 19, we didn't spay our female, and she would go into heat, and we'd have 10 dogs from 2 miles away camping out on our front porch, And I mean, we ended up getting her spayed and everything, but it's like it's a driving force. So how could you not know? And it's actually exemplified with dogs because, I mean, that's their main purpose. I mean, it's like people too, but it's kind of like we want to have, I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than they don't just have one baby, they have 10. I mean, it's a driving force in their life. It's kind of, once you take that away, they also make better pets. They stick around the house better. They don't, you know what I mean? There's a lot more benefits of getting spayed or neutered. Plus, you don't have unwanted litters.
Right. And then,
so no matter how cute they are,
they're so
4 weeks
much
later,
work.
they're not going to be so cute.
And that's the thing. And I've said that before. I'm like, puppies are so cute for a reason because that's the only way you can make it through that. The first, first 4 weeks, mom takes care of them. After that, they're just pooping machines, nonstop work. And so,
then you have to spend the time to screen people. I mean, if you're that kind of person, so most people aren't, and find good homes for them.
Exactly. And
someone like me or you, it'd be eating us alive, wondering if they got a good home. Oh, please check in with them. Or check up on them. And when you're doing 2 or 3 litters, like you've taken in at a time, that gets to be. I mean, you worry about them.
Exactly. We're going to pick this up as soon as we return from commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644. This is a national healthcare alert from the Health Hotline. If you have severe knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, we have great news. Finally, there's a way to reduce your pain without surgery or taking medications. Call us today and learn how you can qualify to get a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll even ship your brace for free. If you have excruciating knee or back pain and you have Medicare or private insurance, don't wait. You may qualify to immediately receive a pain-relieving, nearly invisible knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. I've used one, they're comfortable and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise, we're here to take your call. Thank you.
800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. 800-290-0759. That's 800-290-0759.
Hey, Fred Dreyer and I are really enjoying Blue Apron. Blue Apron, the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. They deliver the food. They give you the recipes. Everything is fresh. It's sourced fresh. It's all great, wonderful cooking. You go out and spend $30 or more going to dinner, $10 a person, and you dine with your family. Go and make the meals together. It's affordable, as I said, about $10 a person per meal. It's got variety. You can customize recipe. It's easy. It's guaranteed. And here's the special deal. You can get your first 3 meals free with free shipping if you go to their website. That's blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER. Again, your first 3 meals free. You get free shipping. Just go to blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER. You'll love how good it is. It feels good. It tastes good. It's blueapron.com/dryer, DRYER. Blueapron.com/dryer. Check it out today.
Hey guys, Ryan the Rhino DeSico here for my friends at Liberty Health Share. If your healthcare has become a burden and you're worried about being stuck for another year, listen up because you do have options. Liberty Health Share could be the solution to your problem. Open enrollment is here, and this could be your chance to free yourself from insurance. Take this opportunity and join Liberty Health Share. You can finally be in control and have freedom when it comes to your healthcare. Liberty Health Share offers an entirely open network, which means you choose your own doctors and you choose your own hospitals. Liberty Health Share offers freedom from insurance, meaning there are no related tax penalties. To find out how you can easily make the change, call Liberty Health Share today at 855-585-4237 or visit their website at libertyhealthshare.org. That's libertyhealthshare.org. Do it today.
Back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. And if you're watching us on CRN Live, you can see that I picked up the other girl that had so much to say. And so she's helping me here. She's trying to figure out what's going on with the microphone and giving me kisses. But she's got an extreme neurological case. Sweet as can be, but it's like eventually she can calm down. But it's almost like Tourette's with in people. And so my audio guy's like, yeah, it's exactly like that. It's like, but they're super sweet and affectionate. And again, we are looking for foster homes. So if you're in the Southern California area, but even if, and I know Linda's on the line with me, Linda, and we've talked about this, the importance of foster homes for every rescue. Every rescue out there, even if you can just watch them for a couple of weeks, if you've got, or
a couple of days for transport or something. So I would just recommend contacting your local rescue group and getting pre-approved. So if you need to watch a dog on an emergency basis, like these dogs, you're already approved. And, it's great and it helps. There's not even a word to say how much it helps, as you know.
Oh,
so
fosters are absolutely amazing, and the importance of them.
And they don't have to pay vetting, and they don't have to pay for food. I mean, all they have to do is open up their homes and their hearts, and make sure these dogs are comfortable, and sometimes just learning to live in a home environment too helps. So
well, and definitely, I know that these dogs that are involved in this particular hoarding case, because there are so many of them, and they were kept in crates. It's a matter of they need to learn what it's like to be in a home, and so then they'll be adoptable. So even if a lot of people, they want a dog, but they don't want to make a long-term commitment because it is the lifetime of the dog commitment. Well, maybe you can make a 2, 3, 4 week commitment, because usually
right.
Most
see if they
rescues,
like it, and see if that kind of dog works for them, believe it or not, or if they're fostering another dog. Like maybe they always wanted the big dog, and then they find out maybe I'm not good for dogs at all, and maybe I need a cat.
Exactly, and
I know it sounds funny, but
you can do a trial
it really
thing.
does open their eyes.
Well, and sometimes people are, they go away for business, and so they're like, we leave for business. Well, are you going to be home for a couple of weeks? Because it's very possible that you can, foster them, for a couple of weeks until their space, at the adoption events or until the next adoption event. And then there's other fosters. And so definitely, if you've got a couple of weeks, and sometimes that's all it takes for them to find a home once the rescue, once they're available to go into foster. Some of them, the rescue, like we have to have them vaccinated and spayed and neutered and groomed. And there's a number of things that happen. And so there are some fosters out there who are willing to start that process right away and help the rescues with it. And they go through the entire thing. But there are other fosters that, the dog shows up perfect, ready for adoption events with some food and puppy pads. And they just take care of them until the next adoption event. And very often they're adopted then. There are some amazing fosters that are willing to foster medical cases. I know we've had in our rescue, we've had dogs that have a fractured pelvis, and they just basically need kennel rest for 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes depending, it can be a little bit longer. But where you just basically have like a doggy playpen, and the dog has to, stay in there. And that's what's recommended. That's what medically needs to happen. And so, but if a rescue takes in too many of those cases, it's not just the financial aspect of vetting and paying for the veterinarian and the care that they need. It's a matter of, you don't want to board a medical case. It's not ideal. And there's few boarding places that'll actually board medical. You have to, board them at your veterinarian, which is very costly. And it's much better for them if they're in a home. So even if they're just in a playpen and you say hi to them when you come in and, when you're in the room, or if they're sitting there while you're watching TV, it's like, it's such a better situation for the dog, or cat or animal,
Yeah, because even when they get boarded out of vet's office, there's people coming in, they're all wearing like plastic gloves or white coats, and they're in a little cage, and it's no different than, there's no, personal attention.
Right.
So, and you and I have both seen where dogs have been stuck in a veterinary boarding situation for another month after they're out of the shelter, and they start going stir crazy. And it's just not as good as being in a home, where they can actually, if they are a crated dog, be out in the living room, and they learn how to, it's kind of like self-confidence, and they learn their independence a little bit, or they feel okay not having to be surrounded by a pen, So it's kind of a hard thing to get them out of, too. We rescued a dog from California, and when we first got her, she had to find her own spot. We didn't have crates here. We don't crate dogs. So she found her spot underneath the bed. So whenever she felt ill at ease or something, she'd run under that bed and stay there. And so we could tell she was crated a lot. But now she's like all over the house. So, but that took a while. It actually took a long while to get her out of that. So
well, and sometimes a foster can help with that too. Versus, yeah. So, and that's the importance of fosters. That's, my little girl here, she's helping me with, she's bouncing all over the place, making all kinds of noises, but, baby girl, but, so, that's, fosters can help bring them to that. You don't, a rescue, we try to minimize expenses and do what's best. At the same time, do what's best for the animals. And so veterinary boarding, if it's required, if it's necessary, if we don't have another choice, if we don't have a foster, or if they need extreme care, we'll do it. But if you can foster for 2 to 4 weeks, it allows us the opportunity not to have that expense. And then also that it's better for the dogs because they get that individual care. And so if you're considering fostering out there, please reach out to your local rescue because it's so very important. And you could be helping little girls like Miss Sassy here because she's got all kinds of attitude. But so
well, how can people get a hold of you, Christina, if they want to foster?
So we will touch base on that as soon as we come back from commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
This is Larry Minetti for Herpanasin, the acne medication that really works from the inside out. If you suffer from skin problems, Herpanasin is the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out and gets rid of all kinds of acne and blemishes on your back, neck, and your face. It works so well, you can look and feel like a movie star. Herpanasin, a natural supplement created by Dr. Wayne Diamond. You take a pill, and that's it. I've been on these supplements, and they really work, folks. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror ever again. Get Herpanasin today. Call 888-467-4200. That's 888-467-4200. Herpanasin, it really works. 888-467-4200. Tell them Larry Minetti told you to call and look and feel like $1 million with Herpanasin. Call 888-467-4200.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. I'm your host, Christina Hackett, and I have Linda Memelo from Washington State on the line. So I got up during commercial break, just loving on this girl. Like, she's so precious, and she loves to give kisses. So before the break, you mentioned if you are in the Southern California area, Animal Foundation of America always needs fosters. And so you feel free to call me directly. My number is 805-558-5240, or you can send an email to afarescue@gmail.com. So if you are in the Southern California area, I'd be happy to. We do a home check, which just, I mean, it's nothing invasive. It just means that I come in and verify that that it's a situation that would be safe for the animals that are in my rescue. And basically we just check, is there something with the fence? Is that, just little things that you might not notice, or things that you've overlooked, that a new set of eyes might see, for the dogs. And also, I mean, we don't want to put our dogs in any danger. So that's the reason for the home check. But we are always looking for fosters in the Southern California area. And then, I mean, I know this show is nationwide, so if you are, if you're in Minnesota, there's going to be a rescue there that's looking for fosters. And so, if you have...
We have them up here, too. Up here in Washington. Rescues everywhere.
Exactly.
Everybody can use fosters.
I mean, even your local shelters. I mean, a lot of times, they
Some
have...
of them do, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if ours does. I think what they do is we have a really cool daycare center. It's like right down the road, and they've taken in puppies where they foster the puppies till they're big enough to get adopted, and they work. Everybody works together here. It's kind of neat in a way, but I'm sure that they have a fostering program for cats, and so some of the times all the cats don't stay at the shelters because they're all obviously out in fosters and stuff like that.
Right. So
we don't have the dog problem here, but
I mean,
but they do when there's litters at certain times of the year, like everywhere.
Right. And so, I mean, you could definitely look for your local rescue, or your shelter. And I mean, there are ways that you can help. And I've said this, I don't know how many times I've said this on the show. There are ways that you can help the animals in your community, even if you're just pushing the share button on Facebook. You can do from your home. You can foster. You can volunteer at a rescue, just go take the dogs out for a walk or clean some cat litter trays, or... I mean, obviously there's always a financial aspect. Like if you can, Money is
donate
always
blankets.
helpful.
I think I took like 10 blankets down to my Humane Society one time, and a whole bunch of dog toys I had laying around the house. I mean, anything helps. So, and your time. But if you can't donate your time, donate money or donate items that they could use, towels, anything like that.
If you're an accountant, offer to, help a rescue with their books or
grant writing, right?
Or grant writing, right, which is something that Linda helps with. Or, even if it's, if you're a web designer or if you know social media, help them with that. So there are a number of things that you can do. But fostering is very important. Just like this little girl, she is looking for a foster. So if there's, if you're looking to help, there is a rescue that can use your help in any way. Even if you're housebound, there's a way to help. And again, it goes back to the whole rescue fatigue, because as an animal rescuer, I know that I'm exhausted. Even if you can help, just do a transport and maybe, pick up some dogs from the rescue and take them to the veterinarian office or take them to get spayed or neutered, where it's just picking them up and dropping them off. That's a huge help for the rescue.
Or helping at an adoption event or picking them up for an adoption event. That helps too.
Oh, exactly.
Especially since I know your adoption events are quite a ways from your house. So sometimes you need someone to pick them up and take them there,
Right.
So,
which is a big deal. And definitely in some of these other areas where, rescues where they do their adoption events could be, 30, 40 minutes away. Or help with home checks. There are so many things that you can do to help your local rescue. And some of it, I have some people that they donate, half an hour a week, where there are things where they just put together some paperwork and make sure that paperwork's in order and it's in the computer. So there are definitely ways that you can help without, huge commitments of time, and it makes a world of a difference to the person in animal rescue because,
even if someone donates half an hour to an hour of their time a week, that makes a difference. So.
Oh, it makes a huge difference. And even if it's just like this little girl, she loves to be held. So even if you were able to come by the rescue and just, and just hold her like I am right now, just sit there and hold her because she likes to cuddle. For 20 minutes, half an hour. It means the world to her, and it helps her, and it helps us because we're able to commit to other things, cleaning up something else. So it is very important, and there are things that you can do without a huge commitment of time, and it's always extremely appreciated from the rescues, I have to say, and it helps with the fatigue, and it helps rebuild you emotionally. Because I have to say, there are times where I just feel like, okay, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
I don't have any more to give, and I've given everything. And so
I think we talked about this before too, is maybe somebody in a neighborhood, maybe getting 5 people in a group, and y'all getting approved. So if you do need these emergency foster situations, you have 5 people right there, bam.
And then you can work it out. And so it makes all the difference, and especially with a hoarding case like we just dealt with. We'll pick this up as soon as we return from commercial break. You're listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk.
Mortgage rates are at all-time lows. If you have not refinanced your current mortgage in the last few years, you could be losing thousands of dollars a year by paying too high of an APR. And the place to call is LendingTree to find out how low you can go. We can match you with lenders offering some of the lowest rates APRs available. Some APRs are lower than 3%. Imagine how much money you can save every month if your current mortgage is at 6% or higher. And all it takes is one free call to LendingTree to match you with a lender who may be able to lower your current home mortgage rate. Learn how to potentially save thousands by refinancing your current mortgage. Call LendingTree right now. NMLS 1136.
800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. 800-628-5067. That's 800-628-5067.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
Turn down that radio!
If this sounds familiar, you know it's time to address your hearing loss. But custom hearing aids can cost as much as $5,000 each and are not covered by Medicare. The good news is MD Hearing Aid offers medical-grade, FDA-registered hearing aids for savings of up to 90% over traditional hearing aids. MD Hearing Aid was founded by a Chicago surgeon determined to develop a hearing aid that was technologically advanced, simple to use, and most of all, affordable. Call 1-800-511-8384. You'll speak with a trained MD hearing aid professional who will match you with the best hearing aid for your needs. Over 100,000 satisfied customers have already made the call. Call right now for our exclusive 45-day risk-free trial and get free shipping and a year's worth of free batteries, a $50 value. But you have to call right now. Call MD Hearing Aid at 1-800-511-8384. That's 1-800-511-8384.
Welcome back to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital Talk. And I guess we're wrapping up here today, but I was talking about, I'm going to try to give people more information. If there's something in your local area that you're looking for, if there's a rescue and you're having trouble finding one or some way of helping, you can always reach out to us on our Facebook page. So Rescue Radio, feel free to message us on Rescue Radio's Facebook page. Like us, we talk about a number of stories in the media, and we actually didn't get to the tattooing, the whole is it art or is it okay? Is it animal cruelty if you tattoo your pets? And so we'll pick that up next week. But you can feel free if there's something that you would like to know or questions that you have about animal rescue or what we do or how you can help. I'm here. I'm happy to answer any questions the best of my ability. I don't know everything, and I'm always open to different suggestions. So if there's something that you know of out there, then feel free to reach out to us and via Facebook or email, and we'd be happy to help with that. And so my foundation, of course, is Animal Foundation of America. And but they have a Facebook page, but so does Rescue Radio, so you can feel free to message us on either one of those. And if you're in the Southern California area and are interested in fostering, please reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to do a home check and have you as part of the team to save the dogs here in Southern California. And Linda, I guess I kind of just went on a little bit there.
I'm here.
Yeah. Well, thank you as always for joining the program today. And it gives another insight. I mean, there are different, I know I'm here in Southern California, and so I know how things work here. But every state is different. And so I'm gonna start working on, just finding out more information on other states. I know the rescues that I send to, how it works there. But I'm gonna try to be more all encompassing. But again, look at this. If you can check us out on CRN Live, and they'll have the video archived. So if you're interested in seeing two of the precious baby girls that I brought into studio today, you can see it. We are there. We have the webcam, and
being a networker and working with you and working with people in Nebraska and Arizona and Nevada. If anybody has any questions too, they can write on Rescue Radio because I can answer questions on there. I can help you find, rescues that you can help in all those states. Even New York, I can help you in Tennessee. I can help you in a lot of different areas around the United States. Up in Washington, Oregon, California, any one of the western states, and pretty much.
And if it's a state that we don't know someone in, then we're going to meet someone there. So if you're looking to make a difference and help a rescue in your community, and you are not having any luck finding someone that or some way to assist with that, then feel free to reach out to us, because I know
we know people.
And volunteers are extremely important, and they help us in an amazing way, and we'd be happy to help you find a place where you can help in your local area. And again, even on Facebook, if you belong to some groups in your local area, if you just like their Facebook pages, and push share. If they have a dog that's available for adoption, just push the share button, because you never know. I mean, one of your friends may be looking for the exact dog that they're trying to find a home for.
And that's happened so many times I can't even name you. It just takes one share. And it might take 1,000 shares, but one person might see that dog and go, oh my gosh, I just lost a dog just like that. Or, they were looking for another one, or a friend for their dog, or it happens all the time.
Absolutely. And so you can make a difference just, while you're on your social media and plugging away, reading about, the soap opera of someone else's life. Why don't you go ahead and help save a life and push the share button? And so I would encourage you guys, feel free to like us on Rescue Radio on Facebook. And also I'm with Animal Foundation of America if you want to follow some of the dogs that we've been talking about. Thank you so much for listening this week. Thank you for calling in, Linda. You guys have a fantastic day. You are listening to Rescue Radio on CRN Digital.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra.